Hold on. Woo! Hey guys. Now as I stated in my previous video, which was the review video for the Family Guy Back to the Multiverse video game, plus the video diary entry, this is History of Soul Eater Season 1, Episode 1 of my show, but this is not an actual episode of the series. It's going to be an episode of character bios on the three main Meister characters plus their partners and stuff like that. So before I start talking about it, about the characters, I just want to mention a little overview. This series won't take me too long to do because the first 3 seasons have 13 episodes and the last one has like 12, so it won't take me too long to get through this. And one other thing, this is the only video that I'm gonna make under 20 minutes. The rest of them are gonna have to be over 20 because each episode in the Soul Eater series is 23 minutes long. So I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Anyway, getting into it, this is History of Soul Eater Season 1, but this is not an actual episode of the series. It's an episode of character bios on the three main Meister characters plus their weapon partners. But before I do, I just want to give you guys a quick overview of the series. Basically, the Soul Eater series is an anime about I'll just give you a quick overview of the series itself before I do the character about. The Soul Eater series is about a special school that is created by the Grim Reaper. It's known as Death Weapon Meister Academy, or as in short term, DWMA. Basically, it's a school that stands as a defense against the forces of evil, which would plunge the world into the very depths of fear and madness. And the demons, and those demons that do that are what are known as Titians, and they have an insatiable hunger for destruction and stuff. So to ensure that in the series, to ensure that the Kishin never again regained their hold on the Earth in the series, the DWMA was founded by the Grim Reaper, who is actually Death himself. So basically, the thing with the school is it's an organization that's used to protect and preserve peace. So it's not really your typical kind of school thing and stuff. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. I find that funny. Anyway, now I'm going to explain about the three main human Meister characters plus their weapon partners. First, this is the first one I'm going to talk about. First I'm going to talk about the Meisters. There's set of there's a set of 4 characters. No, 6 characters total because the third Meister character that's for this series has 2 weapons, so that's a total of 6 characters. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Now, the first team of Meisters I'm going to be talking about, the first team of Meisters and weapons that I'm going to be talking about is known as Maka. The Meister is known as Maka Albarn, and her weapon partner is known as Soul Eater, also known as Evans. Anyway, basically, Maka is kind of I like her character, but she has one flaw with her, in my opinion. She doesn't like male humans, but there is a purpose for that. She doesn't think she can trust males because of her father, and I'll explain that later. Now, just since I got into it with her father, I'm just gonna mention something. Maka is technically the child of both a weapon and a Meister. but she basically chose the path of a Meister instead of the path of a weapon, basically. And her partner is known as Soul Eater, also known as Evans, and he's basically a human that can transform into a scythe. And basically, they live together in an apartment complex, and in what is known as Death City, which is basically the main city for the series that's protected by Lord Death and stuff. And basically, what happens is, after there are points in the series where, like the first episode especially, you see the first 3 episodes of the Soul Eater series are a part of what are called prologue episodes. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. And when Soul tries to be with the person who they think is known as Blair, it turns out that it's a trick. Like I said, so that they can take the soul. Because see, Maka wants to try to. She really doesn't consider her father at all because of those times. I'm guessing because those times she cheated on her mother and stuff like that. And basically, she didn't think she can trust male humans except for when they met Soul, and when she thinks Soul betrays her, she gets a little upset about that. And in this series, like in the first season, there's a set of episodes. The last episode of this first season, has Maka and Soul trying to unify their wavelengths because they're off because of their wavelengths are kind of off. Because, you see, in order for a Miester and a weapon pair to fight their opponent, they have to unify their soul wavelengths and stuff. And basically, what happens is, when they're fighting the werewolf, first, Maka's scythe burns her. Now, Soul's character is based. Now I'm going to talk a bit about Soul, who is her weapon partner. Soul's real name is actually Evans, but he goes by the name Soul Eater and stuff. And as I said, Maka and Soul live in like an apartment complex together in Death City, and like getting back into it with Maka, she can't trust her father because of she doesn't trust men because of her father because he cheated on her mother a lot and stuff. Now, her mother isn't actually in the series physically, but she gets mentioned a couple of times. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. And it turns out that Maka's father also had another weapon partner another Miester partner before her mother and stuff. I'll explain that when I get to the 5th episode of the first season, guys. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. And basically Soul has a couple of confrontations with this like this little weird red demon guy in this dark room. The first encounter is through a dream where he's sitting in his dark room, and then there's this record and stuff. And after he's in a the demon shows up, and he's kind of dancing out of tune with the music. Oh my god! And basically, at the end of the series, it's like in the final season, it turns out that that demon is actually like a small part of the Soul itself, and basically in the final battle against what is known as the Kishin Ashura in the final season, it turns out that Maka also has the ability to turn herself into a weapon itself. But she's a weapon, she's a Miester alright, but she also has weapon blood. Now that's basically because she is the daughter of both a Miester and a weapon. That's why she has both Miester and weapon blood inside of her, which is why she can activate them. And now, and that's gonna be um. And now I think I'll get into the next Meister and weapon pair of this season, like of this series. I mean, of the main cast. His name is Black Star, and his weapon partner is known as Tsubaki. Um, and basically, Black Star is Black Star's character kind of reminds me of Naruto's character. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Now that I got to that, I just want to mention I will have to make a Naruto reference for 2 episodes of the first season that I'm going to be talking about. Um, Now, basically, Black Star is the last member of a special clan of assassins, like the last member of a clan of assassins known as the Star Clan. And like I said, in episodes 10 and 11 of the first season, that's where basically in episode 10 and 11, Black Star and Tsubaki they go to Shen, aka the Village of Needles, in order to collect the soul of the enchanted sword Masamune. And that's also the enchanted sword. By the way, guys, is someone connected to Tsubaki. Masamune is basically Tsubaki's brother. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. I'll explain more about him when I get to the 2 episodes where he shows up. I just thought I'd get that out of the way, though. And one other thing, in the first, like in season 1, 3, and 4, in season 1, 3, and 4, Black Star has encountered with a samurai known as Mifune, who's basically the guardian to a little witch known as Angela, who's basically just a little witch that looks like a little kid. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Anyway, one last thing about Black Star, there is 2 times in the series in seasons 3 and 4 where another member of the Star Clan known as White Star shows up, and apparently White Star is basically Black Star's father. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Oh, and also one more thing, when they're in the village known as Shen, also known as the Village of Needles, things do go a little well until a boy named Ryoku sees Black Star's star tattoo on his arm. I just thought I'd get that out of the way, and then they start freaking out. And then basically after that, they're getting angry with him and stuff. And that's and that's where I'm gonna stop for Black Star's character. So I just wanted to get that one little thing out of the way. Anyway, now I'm going to get into... Oh, great. Now I have to talk about him because he's the last character. So, now I'm going to have to talk about my least favorite Miester character among the main cast. His name is Death the Kid, and his weapon partners... He actually has 2 weapon partners, the twin pistols known as the Thompson sisters, Liz and Patty Thompson. Now, basically, he's my least favorite character among the cast members because of the fact he's obsessed with, like, symmetry, balance between the right and the left, and perfect, everything must be, like, aesthetically pleasing and stuff, and that's why I don't like him, because of that whole, symmetry, perfection, balance, sort of stuff. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Anyway, continuing on, like I said, he has 2 weapons, which are known as the Thompson sisters. He's basically the son to Lord Death, the Grim Reaper. At first, he isn't a member of the Academy until after episode 5 of season 1. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. And during the course of seasons 3 and 4, gets sent on missions by his father to collect these magic tools that were created by a wizard known as Avon. Now, I'll explain more about Avon later when I get to season 3, of course, because that's where he kind of shows up. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Oh, and one more thing about the kid. There's one more thing. Like I said about him being obsessed with symmetry and balance and everything being aesthetically pleasing and stuff. That's my least favorite thing about him. Oh, and I just want to mention one more minor thing. It's about Maka's character, really. In episodes 7 and 8, she and Soul will fight, in episodes 7 and 8 of season 1 that I'm going to be talking about, she and Soul will, encounter the Miester and weapons team of Corona and Ragnarok, which, Ragnarok is basically a creature that lives inside of Corona's body. That basically Corona's body is like made of black blood and stuff. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. That's and there will be a little bit of other minor characters that'll show up, like her father and stuff like that. But I'll introduce them when I do. I'll explain more about those characters later. I just wanted to talk about the 3 main Meister characters plus their weapon partners for this video. So this is going to be the only short video for the History of Soul Eater series. The rest of them are going to have to be. I'm going to try to make them over 20 minutes, but not over 23. Like, maybe even under 23 would be better, but I'm just going to try to make them almost coincide with the actual time limit. I just thought I'd get the episode. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you next time, and as I showed you, this is my sign-up for the Soul Eater series. Watch it, or I'll take you. So until next time, guys, I'll see you next week, and like I said, watch it or I'll take your soul.